People often call me the godfather of African Americans in the Valley. If I am the godfather, Roy Clay is a grandfather.
Roy Clay, my first impression was a studious professorial, but an overall impression of strength.
I met Mr. Clay when I was in middle school, and the Clay family was a place that I spent a lot of time with. You saw a father image that was something that you could inspire to be like.
In Roy's time, when Roy ended up at HP, it was very early in technology in the Valley, and HP was fortunate enough to see Roy as a talented engineer and engineering manager, and they hired Roy to develop HP's first computer.
So him being an engineer, living here in Silicon Valley, he helped start and diversify many of the tech companies that you see today that have been around for a long time.
Game changing. I may have the story wrong. He had said to, I think, to David Packard at one point, he had urged him to go into computing. And David Packard, allegedly, I've heard, said, no, that's not the direction of our business. We should take our business. Well, need I say more?
Roy is a person who not only is smart, hardworking, and focused, he gives back to his fellow man, to his community, to others.
Where he's gone into the community and he's created so many significant programs, and he's challenged the status quo around diversity and inclusion and opportunities and access, because that's so critical and it's so important. The shoulders that we now stand on are his to actually be here in the Valley and have great opportunities.
Roy is a totally committed social and community activist. Not only had he been a successful businessman in technology, he was the most successful community-involved person in the Valley.
I have come to know people who knew Roy Clay when he was on the city council. And some of those people I've come to know, they still speak about him with great admiration.
Whenever I had a challenge, whenever I had something I needed to bounce off of somebody, Roy was my go-to guy. He's a person I could talk to, turn to, ask for advice. To me, he's a hero.
Every African American, Asian, Hispanic, white, young student in the high schools of Silicon Valley should know about Roy Clay.
Soon after I started UnityCare opened in 1993, on August 14th, 1993. Soon after that, unfortunately, Mrs. Clay passed away. So we started the Virginia Clay UnityCare Golf Classic in 1997. And we turned golf into a fun thing with UnityCare and an opportunity to raise money. We gave out scholarships at each golf tournament to kids in our foster care programs, all focused on getting them connected to technologies.
Roy, I believe in you, I trust in you, I admire you, and I owe so much to you, and I wish you the best. This is a well-deserved award for you and your life and your contributions.
You're being designated and a recipient of this award this evening is long overdue. Roy, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I respect you. You are my role model of excellence.
Thank you, thank you. On behalf of my father, Andre, and UnityCare, I would like to say thank you for this award. He really does appreciate it. And I'll tell you why he appreciates it so much in just a second. Just to give a few words on the backstory behind my father and what he's done in the Valley. When I think about the attributes that he possesses that have enabled him to make a difference in both the corporate world and in the community, two words come to mind. The first word is character. He has a character such that he treats the waiter in a restaurant with the same level of respect that he treats the CEO or board of directors in a major organization. Everybody deserves respect in his eyes. And that's helped him build and establish relationships along the way. The second word is determination. He could be stubborn as a chipmunk when he wants to get something done. Now, many decades ago, it's more than 10 years, many decades ago, when he graduated from college, he graduated from the University of St. Louis. After he graduated, he decided he was going to move to California and work in technology. He was going to make a change in technology, he was make an impact. The very first job that he applied for, coming out of the University of St. Louis, was with an aerospace and defense company, McDonnell Douglas. He had great grades, showed up with his fantastic resume, suited to the T. The response that he got when he submitted his resume was, "Sorry, Mr. Clay, we do not hire professional Negroes." We do not hire professional Negroes. Now, in spite of that devastating, insurmountable rejection, he was determined. He wasn't going to let that stop him. That would have stopped a lot of people. He was not going to let that stop him. So through sheer determination, he worked his way into the doors of McDonnell Douglas. And through determination and character, his ability to build relationships, influence people, get people to trust him, understand him, believe in his ideas and his thoughts, he worked his way up through the ranks at McDonnell Douglas and he became a senior manager. He did the same thing at Hewlett-Packard Corporation. And he got to the point where he had built so many relationships and he built so much trust and so much credibility in the industry that he really worked with some true titans of the industry within Silicon Valley, true like elite within Silicon Valley, and ultimately helped shape Silicon Valley into the business community as we know it today. Now, in spite of all that, as hard as he worked building a footprint in the corporate world, the bigger priority for him was making a difference in the community, giving back to the community. So he would work tirelessly in the corporate world, but then he would go and he would work equally hard in the community, in boards of directors of organizations, starting his own foundations, organizations like Unity Care, as Andre mentioned, and so on and so forth. And for that, he is very, very proud. He's more proud of his accomplishments in the community than he is of his accomplishments in the corporate world. And that's why this Community Champion Award from Unity Care means so much to him. So with that, thank you again, Andre, and Unity Care is much appreciated.